Gatlin Downey in the 37, bringing us to the green.
Can Mitchell Collins get a run?
And a win, and Ben Crouch is going to take the win here at Pocono.
Side by side, it's going to be a lot away.
Huge push on the outside, 19.
Heading down to the stripe, it's going to be Mike Fink Jr., number 38, winning.
Moves him up. Here comes Jesse Orski to the inside.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy NSRacing95 AKA Nathan Stapleton, and welcome everyone to Armory Digital Superspeedway. First time ever on this channel that we are racing here at this fictional Superspeedway, and we are in for an amazing, wild, and action-packed race for 29 laps around this Superspeedway to officially kick off. NIRA goes west. 3 straight weekends in a row that we will go to the west coast, and we are kicking off with the K&N Superspeedway Series in Washington State and for race 2 of the season at Armory Digital. Last time out, it was at Daytona 2 weeks ago, and we saw a wild race there, and Bronson Minnick in the number 3 for RCR was able to survive the carnage and get the big dub at the World Center of Racing. Will he be able to go 2 in a row somehow in the K&N Superspeedway Series? We just have to wait and see. Here is the top 10 in points coming into this race. Bronson Minnick obviously is winning the points, 3 points over Mitchell Collins and Trey White. Stephen Thompson is in 4th, 4 points back. James Funn and Corey Smart are tied for 5th, 6 points back. Daniel Boyles and Stephen Collins are tied for 7th, and then tied for 9th is Walker Davis and Francois Chastain. So, fairly close. This series, I think, is going to be a very close series and a very close season. But, I'm technically not alone, but I don't have someone in the booth. I have an in-race commentator for race number 2 on the season, and it is the driver of the number 40 for the Motorsports Group, Travis Crampton, in the number 40. Travis, do you have a copy?
I got you up there.
So Travis, I don't think you've ever raced here at Armory Digital Superspeedway. A lot of people haven't. What do you know about this track, and how are you going to tackle it here tonight?
One thing I do know about this racetrack is that these are some banked corners. I mean, like, it's like Dover and Daytona had a baby. It's legit, like, almost 90 degrees of banking. So it takes a toll not only on the cars but the drivers as well. But you know, I think we got a good number 40 car. As long as we just can get through the wrecks and stay somewhere up front, I think we'll be good to go.
Well, you finished inside the top 20 at Daytona, survived the carnage, I do believe. What's your strategy in this race, knowing that they're going to be going 3, 4, and 5 wide, and the potential of them crashing is pretty much every single lap?
My goal is to just stay on the bottom lane, because if they start crashing, they're going to slide up the hill, and if I stay on the bottom, I feel like I can get through the wreck as long as they don't come back down the hill, because with this much banking, it's just once they start wrecking, they're going to slide down the hill. So I don't know, to be honest. I think it's just survival like any Superspeedway race, but this is a different one for sure.
Well, good luck on that number 40, and hopefully we see you in victory lane here tonight.
Thank you.
And with that being said, let's go ahead and get the engines fired for race 2 of the season, of season 1 of the K&N Superspeedway Series.
Drivers,
And all 42 cars will get brought to life here at Armory Digital Superspeedway for the first of 2 races this season. This race, of course, under the lights. The second race here at Armory Digital later on in the season will be during the day. So we are set for a crazy race here tonight. 29 laps of action and 42 drivers trying to get the job done in Washington State. Here is the top 10 for race 2 of the season. Keyshawn Richardson is on the pole. Alongside him is Trey Wright in the 34. Row number 2 is Benny Watson and 74 of Cody Smoke. Row number 3 is the 15 of Logan Williams and the number 6 of Dave Bazuki Senior. Row number 4 is Brett Stewart and Osman Hamid. And then row number 5 is the 44 of Trey Smith and the 4 of Stephen Collin. So, 42 cars, 29 laps of craziness here at Armory Digital Superspeedway to kick off NIRA Goes West. It's going to be a wild one for sure. And at the end of the night, someone will win the first ever race at Armory Digital in the NIRA. This track is a lot like Daytona and it's a lot like Talladega, but it's different in its own form. Keyshawn Richardson and Trey Wright, they will lead us to the green, and we are racing in Washington State and at Armory Digital Superspeedway. And Cody Smoke in the 74, they'll lead that number 1 and get a crucial bonus point. Logan Williams in the 15 to the inside, he's going to go to the race lead, but maybe not for long because he has Brett Sealer right behind him in the number 31. And these guys are going 3 wide already and a little bit of 4 wide in the back. And unlike what they do at on Napa, these guys have no restrict plates, just like everywhere else, so they're going to be going 215 miles per hour around this superspeedway. And Chris Moffitt going to try to take the race lead away from the 15 of Logan Williams. The thing about this track, they can get a decent one every once in a while coming out of the trial. Tony Scott Motorsports teammates have found each other, Massenthal and Brett Sealer, the 32 and the 31, and they're going to go up front into the race lead all the way 3 wide throughout the entire pack. Josh Williamson going to make the first 4 wide move. 4 wide is mostly okay, but they have to be careful though. Owen Miles going to go to the race lead potentially here and get by Travis Crampton. As you can see, already 4 wide throughout the field. It is intense at this superspeedway. And here comes Josh Williamson and the 60 going to go to the race lead. But here comes the 29 of James Funn. He has massive help from the 16, the 51, and the Daytona winner, Bronson Minnick, all the way up front. 4 laps complete here at Armory Digital Superspeedway. Here comes the 16 of Mauro Baselli. He's going to take the race leeway, and Luke Green going to make it 4 wide in the middle of the front half of the field. And Andrew Miller actually working with the 16, trying to form a little bit of a breakaway here. But I don't know how well that's going to work out. Two by two up front, and then it quickly transforms into a 3 and 4 wide battle. One guy that we have to keep an eye out is this number 3, Bronson Minnick. He was strong at Daytona. He won that thing, and now he's once again up front here in the KN Superspeedway series. So here comes Stephen Thompson. He's going to get underneath of Minnick, and how about the NSRacing report? Travis Rampton all the way up front, and the number 40. 4 wide right behind him as well. And here comes Stephen Thompson. He's gonna go for the race lead in the 24. No. James Fun, and that is 5 wide, I do believe. 4 and 5 wide, but we are still green. And hence racing, Stephen Thompson goes to the race lead. And Luke Green in the 14 up to 2nd. Bronson Minnick with a run through the middle. He's going to get by and get clear and get to the inside lane. And here comes Glenn Wassup staying in Quinton Moore on the inside lane. But Steele back up front in the 31, and same with the 19 of Jonas Sanford. And Luke Green will lead at number 7. And the question is, when will these guys crash? It's not a if, it is when. Luke Green out front, but Bronson Minnick. He comes in here as a point leader, trying to get a bonus point here right now. But Brett Steele might not let that happen though for Bronson Minnick. But it will. Bronson Minnick will leave at number 8 to get a bonus point. Brett Steele though goes straight to the race lead, and he has help from Cody Smollett in the 74, and then the 19 and the 55 as well. UI for the race lead. Here comes the 55 of Andrew Miller. I misread the 51. The 51 is actually Joshua Hyatt, not Andrew Miller. The 55 of Andrew Miller now up front. And Stephen Cullen gonna make it 4 wide for 2nd place here at Daytona. I mean, not Daytona. What am I doing? This is Armory Digital. Same difference though. 4 wide. That's almost 5 wide. Brett Steele taps the outside wall. And here comes the 23 of Scott Upton. He's up front now. Walker Davis in the 10 as well. 4 wide. Multiple rows deep. This is starting to get fairly intense here at Armory Digital. Freedom Swasha staying up front. And now here comes Matt Anderson in the 77. So a lot of these guys are actually trying to calm it down a little bit here. So we ride throughout the field, a 10th of the way through this race. Here comes the 79 of Quinton Moore. He's going to try to take 2nd away from the 19. And here comes Jacob Thibodeau in the 33. The 99 of Francois, actually too close to the 99 and the 74 got into the outside wall. Going into turn number 1, and that's going to split out the pack a little bit. Here comes Quentin Moore to the inside. Tony tried to get to the race lead. Here comes the poster from Daytona. Osman Hamid going to go to the race lead now. And things have completely changed here at Armory Digital. Now with the pack being a little bit spread out. And now the 19 into the outside wall. That is 5 wide. Bang and bang. And they're going to keep it straight. These guys, I don't know why, but they are, a couple of them keep on scraping the outside wall going into turn number 1. And one car is really off the pace, and that's 16. So I don't know why, but some of them, the people on the outside lane keep on scraping the outside wall into turn number 1. But here's someone that we haven't seen all race long so far. Noah Clifton in the number 9 up front, and he has help from Epinunta in the 18. Looks like no one got into the outside wall this time by. And I don't know, we might end up going caution free here at Armory Digital. To be honest, it's not really a big surprise, because sometimes these guys can't go caution free at this track. But eventually, surely we will clash. But here comes Daniel Foyles in the 70. He's gonna go up front, and Mitchell Collins, he finished 2nd at Daytona. Daytona 500 as the Rich Pay Motorsports teammates got into the outside wall. Foyles out front, Mitchell Collins the Daytona 500 and almost won 2 days in a row at Daytona, finished 2nd in the season opening race. I'm in the KMN Superspeedway series. Past halfway, here lap number 16 at Armory Digital. Brett Sealer up front. Logan Williams up front, and how about Eli Bright? He's up front now in the number 88. And he's not alone, he has his teammate, the number 5 of Justin Lightning up front as well. Junior Motorsports, no surprise that they are up front, but they are up front at the same time. But they are not going to work together. And now Brett Sealer and the sits into the outside wall now. And a couple guys got onto the apron. But they are still clean and green. Really wacky up to this point. But one thing that's not wacky is a Junior Motorsports car up front. Justin Lightning to the race lead, and he has help from Chris Moffitt in the 2. And how about Travis Crampton? He's up front now in the number 40, and he's gonna try to take the race lead away. And Bronson Minnick thought about making it full wide, but he thought better of it. Crampton, he obviously knows how to win on a Superspeedway. He won the 2019 Ultimate Streets 500. Everyone is in the lead pack besides the 16. So it's a tough wait for him. Luke Wayne now. Going to go up to the front, and here comes Bronson Minnick once again. And now Minnick, he got stuff from the number 7, the other Dream Motorsports car of Mike Thompson. But Mike Thompson not going to waste any time. He's going to go to the race lead. And now Crampton off of turn number 2 gets into the outside wall. Intense racing here at Armory Digital. Miller now from out from Benny Watson. They're going to work together and go to the race lead. Down. 10 laps to go. Here at Armory Digital Superspeedway for race 2 of the Cannon Superspeedway series. More guys into the outside wall in 1 and 2. Boyles now to the inside, trying to, and there they go, the wrecking. But is the caution gonna come out? No caution yet. And that's gonna be 12 Crampton, Trey Smith, the 12 for Bradley Ream. They went all the way to the inside wall, but no caution. It did not spin on the racetrack. 9 laps to go at Armory Digital. Miller trying to hang on to the race lead. And just the amount of smoke on the back switch, somehow that was not a caution. But just unfortunately for all 3 or 4 cars, and for all 3 cars involved. But Boyles out front, here comes Evan here comes Nonigan Scott. This year's Alternate Speed 500 champion. He's up front now, with 8 laps to go at Armory Digital. Who knows, this race could very well go caution free, I don't know. Here comes Jacob Thibodeau, Bobby Frazier, Max Anderson, Walker Davis, Mitchell Collins, and many more working their way back up to the front. Now 7 laps to go at Armory Digital. 2 cars into the outside wall, but I think they're going to keep it straight for now. Two Toyota teammates, Bobby Frazier and Max Anderson working together. Actually, that's 3 Toyotas in a row trying to work together. Here comes Max Anderson to the inside of the 54. 6 laps to go at Armory Digital. A really weird and really wacky race here at Armory Digital, and we still have plenty of time for it to get even weirder. Coming to 5 laps to go this time by. They need to crash right now or there's a good chance the race will be over. So Walker Davis up front, and here comes Bronson Minnick in the 3, trying to go back to back to kick off the season. 5 laps to go at Armory Digital. Here comes Minnick to the inside, and how about Rick Wheel Racing teammates Logan Williams and Scott Upton now working together. Coming to 4 laps to go Most likely this race will go caution free. Knock on wood. Scott Upton going to try to take the race lead away from his teammate. And here comes Joshua Hyatt. And the poster Keyshawn Richardson and the caution's out. Big time wet. The 30 Upton over. Huge crash. Race is over. For the second straight race in the K&N Superspeedway Series, it will end up under caution. Who will get it? Joshua Hyatt. Will we have a shot? Or will it come down to the two liquid racing cars? And that's gonna do it. Assuming that nothing happens. Oh, I don't know. A full finish. 0.01 between the two liquid racing teammates. And that might have just ended the race. Mazatol having problems stuck on the apron. And that's going to be her day done. More than likely that's going to end the race. But how about that? The liquid racing teammates, and potentially, if this race ends under caution, which I think it will, Logan Williams could get this race win. But you know what? Bronson Minnick in the 3 car is gonna possibly finish in 3rd position. Wow. Well, with that being said, let's not only see if what happened to bring out the first caution of the night, but also let's see what happened to Travis Crampton, Bradley Ream, and Trey White here at Armory Digital Superspeedway. Here we go. This is what happened to Travis Crampton, Bradley Ream, and Trey White. Going into turn number 2, Stephen Cullen got into the outside wall, and then Mazatol, it was all the way to the inside of Travis Crampton. They were not going to lift, and they went 5 wide at Armory Digital between the 4, the 40, the 32, the 12, and the 44. And then Bean and Bang, 5 wide does not work, and Tall and Crampton just got pinched, and around they went. Nowhere to go for Trey Smith in the number 44. And then just a lot of smoke, a ton of smoke. And then they ended up hitting the inside wall on the 40, and well, actually Travis Crampton actually saved it, but for Trey Smith and Bradley Ream, they got into the inside wall a little bit, and that is what took them out of this race. Not out, but they could have got a great finish, but instead they were fall behind from the lead pack. Following along with the 40 of Travis Crampton. Here we go. This is what happened going into turn number 1. Fergus and Hunter ended up pinching each other, and up the racetrack they went into Chris Moffitt and Jacob Thibodeau, and just the impact. It wasn't a big hit, but it was big enough to put Fergus on his side, and he was in a orange car sandwich between the 00 and the 2. And then upside down, he went on top of the 00. Daniel Vornes got involved. Madeline Tall, Trey White, Francois Chastain, Stephen Thompson, James Fun, Trey White again, and then just a violent impact going back onto the apron for Christian Vargas. Then only a couple of times, and actually getting on top of his nose right there. Just a wild flip and a wild crash here at Armory Digital. Following along with the 30 of Christian Vargas. On board with the 24 of Stephen Thompson. On board with the 18 of Evan Hunter. On board the 32 of Nathan Paul. On board with the 30 of Christian Fargo. Welcome back here at Armory Digital Superspeedway. Unfortunately, we will not go back green just like Daytona, and it will be a Rickway Racing 1-2, and Logan Williams will get his, I believe, his first career win in the NIRA, winning race 2 of the season of the K&N Superspeedway Series at Armory Digital Superspeedway. Logan Williams wins race number 2. A overall great race for Rickway Racing. They pulled the strategy perfect. Obviously, they didn't know that they were going to crash right when they made the move, but it worked out perfectly for those two, and they got a 1-2 finish here at Armory Digital Superspeedway. Logan Williams gets the win. Scott Upton in second, and Bronson Minnick in third. He's definitely going to keep the points lead after that amazing one. Joshua Hyatt in fourth, Walker Davis in fifth. How about the poster? Keyshawn Richardson comes home in sixth. Osman Hamid in seventh. Andrew Collins in eighth. Dale Longley in ninth. Bobby Frazier in 10th. Luke Ray in 11th. Matt Sanderson in 12th. Quinton Moore in 13th. Mike Thompson 14th. Stephen Thompson in 15th. Josh Williamson in 16th. Andrew Miller in 17th. DeLello 18th. Bazuki Senior in 19th. And James Fun in 20th. 34 cars finished on the lead lap. I think it's quite obvious that we actually, yeah, they're not. So Evan Hunter and Stephen Thompson, they are 2 laps down, and then for Matthew Tall, 3 laps down. Jacob Thibodeau and Trey Wright are all 3 laps down, and then the 3 cars that were out from that crash were Christian Vargas, Nonigan Scott, and Jenna Sanford. So, Travis Crampton has made it up from his race car and up to the booth. Travis, what happened in that race for you on lap number, I believe, 19 or 20 down the backstretch?
Well, to be honest, I don't really know what happened. All I saw was just getting doors slammed and down to the bottom I go. I tried to keep it off the inside wall. I don't think I hit it, so we just get a little bit of side damage. So overall, it was a pretty good race because we didn't get involved into the big one. So not a lot of torn sheet metal on this car, so we'll be happy. But not overall the finish that we wanted, but still early in the season.
Well, not the way that you wanted to have one night go down. We saw you up a couple of times. Do you think that if it managed to stay green and not get involved in that 5 wide move on the back switch, do you think you might have had a shot for the race win?
I mean, it'd be good to say that I did have a shot to win, but I mean, at these types of tracks and at these kinds of races, anyone has a shot to win. You have a 1 in 42% chance to win. So, you know, we can always be optimistic and say we can win, but overall it's up to fate and the luck of the draw to see who wins these super speedway races.
Well, not the night that you wanted ultimately, but at least you survived and you didn't get involved in the big one late. Good luck in the Castle GTX 500K tomorrow at Phoenix in the Rebel Cup Series, and yeah, have a good night.
Thank you.
And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching race number 2 of the K&N Superspeedway series. Logan Williams gets the job done in a Rick Wheel Racing 1-2 finish. An amazing race. Unfortunately, it had to end under caution, but it did finish in a photo finish, 0.008 at the time of caution. So a pretty good finish at the end of it. And that's pretty much it. Until tomorrow for the Castrol GTX 500K for race number 3 of the Rebel Cup Series Season 3. Season 4 Travis Crampton for being the end race commentator. Congrats to Logan Williams on getting the win. And until tomorrow for the Rebel Cup Series race at Phoenix, I will see you guys next time. Bye!